And then here we got the canyon or gully you can drop or roll. Once you're in, you're in. Good morning, thanks for joining me again and blasting trails at, this week, down here, better known as Draethen Woods or Coedcern Pwllhdi. So depending how you call it, we generally refer to it as Draethen Woods. It's a great location, probably some of the best tracks in the area. It's a difficult one because it's very easy to get disorientated and lost once you're in the trails. So to make that easier, I'm going to try and not make it more confusing, but I'm going to try and break it down into 3 distinct parts. So this will be part 1 of 3, and today we're going to do all the internal trails, so all the ones that kind of start and finish within the woods. Then there'll be part 2, which will be the trails that drop you down onto the Draethen Manllwyd hill, and there'll be part 3, the trails that drop you, and they typically are the more steeper trails, drop you onto Rooty Lane, which is the lane between Draethen and Machen. So I'll put a little map up now. Looking at this plan picture, and it's a bit busy, but this is why it's complicated in the Draethen Woods, because you quite easily get disorientated. So we're going to try and break it down into 3 sections. So the green lines are going to be part 1 and all the internal tracks, that's what we're covering today. The blue lines are the tracks or trails that go down to the Draethen Road that leads between Draethen and the Manllwyd pub. The yellow lines are the trails that lead from or down to the Rooty Lane, which is the lane between Draethen and Machen. So those aren't the actual trails, but I'm just trying to break the area into 3 obvious sections. Now the red line that runs through are the main fire roads that run down and around and can connect at the top of the picture. It connects to Machen. At the bottom of the picture it starts at the line here, car park, as denoted by the purple arrow and the number 1. So there's 3 entry and exit points, number 1 being the main car park as per the video. Number 2 to the left of that is the Manllwyd Inn, the pub, and then number 3 at the top of the plan is the access off Rooty Lane up at the Machen end. So along the red line, if we use that as the leg and the boot, you can see there's a little blue dot by the car park, so that's the hip area I'm talking about. As you go up that red line, you come to another blue dot, which is at the end of the lane that goes behind the Manllwyd pub. That's the knee area. Further along that red line, you come to another dot where is the ankle, where the fire road either continues on or goes left. That's the ankle area. If we go left there and follow that red line up, we got some blue squigglies, and that's the laces that I referred to on the boot, if you like. And then you continue past the squigglies, you've got the steel toe cap of the boot, and then you can either go left and down that lane to Machen, or continue right and come around the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, and then the heel, which is what will lead us into Trail 3. So it's a bit confusing, but it'll make sense once you've been there and seen it. But this is part 1, and we're looking at everything on the left hand side, all marked in green, which are the internal routes that all come back on itself onto the fire road. So hopefully that makes sense, and let's go on with the video. Just to maybe cut that and explain that, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I want to just make it clear as to what we have here. Again, there are 3 entry exit spots of the woods. This is the main one with the main car park, if you like. We've got picnic area and boulders. The first route we're going to do today, Twiglet, will actually drop you back down to the car park, and there's the main push-up trail for the main trails. If you wanted to drop down into Draethen village, out the car park, turn left, and just follow the road down. It's, you know, half a mile that way, and equally if you want to push up the road, the Mantloyd pub is just a quarter mile up that road, and then there's an entry behind the Mantloyd pub. There's a lane that takes you up to where we're going to go now, which is the trailhead, and equally from the Machin side you can come up from Rooty Lane. So as I say, it's a bit confusing. We're going to try and think of this as a leg. So right now we're stood at the hip area, the head of the trails are the knee, and then the main route does a figure-8 circle, so that we're going to call that the ankle point, and then it's like a steel toe cap boot, if you like. So try and keep that in mind to explain where we are. So let's get up the trail, up to the. So we're just going to have a push up this trail to the trailheads, and I'll speed it up. See you at the top. So welcome back up to the trailhead. So we just come up here. This is what we're going to call the knee. There's a lane just there that comes up from behind the Mantloyd pub and just comes out on this horse thigh. The internal trails, there's two that come down here. We call it Twiglet and to the pub. Someone's put a sign up called George on the tree, well that's what we're aiming for. Equally then the next few trails are going to be up there and into that part of the woods, and then this fire road takes us down to the ankle part. So let's get ourselves ready and head down Twiglet, and Twiglet takes us back down to the car park that we just came from. See you in a second. Okay, so at the head of the trails, and let's have a look at Twiglet. As you see, that tree says George, so someone's been up here renaming the trails. Both of them start on the same route. So all this is the same to start with. Oh, these bends are a bit loose and slip. And then this is the bit where you carry on, or we're going to go left. Left for Twiglet. As you see, this is a nice sort of XC route really. A good one to end on usually. Let's avoid that bit of muck. Nope. A mountain biker, I don't want to get him mucky. There's just nothing worse than coming out in the dry and there's puddles everywhere and then getting wet feet on the first trail. Is that just me, or are we all the same? Yep. Don't Strava line them. Bit flat now across the top. Well, it's gone dark in here. I hope you can see what's going on. There's a few trails back there across the path which try and stay in that rut. We're just trying to follow the main path down and around, and then he shoots you out back at the bottom of the car park. Okay, hope we didn't get too splashed. We're all good. Right, we're going to push back up, and this time we'll do to the pub. Okay, back at the top of the head, the trails, this time to the pub. So, we start on the same trail as Twiglet for the first sort of 100 or so yards. As I say, these are typically the trails we do at the end when we're ready to go home. Just takes us back onto the main road. Okay, this time we carry straight on up. Oh, wrong gear. Oh, come on. Yes. You see, these are a little bit flat, a little bit of an axy trail. Equally, they're a great warm-up. And as you come along there, you can stay on this path and it just circles back around to where we're going to come out. Or, as we're about to do, turn right and go down a few little bomb holes. It's up to you. Not there yet. And then we want to turn right here. So we could have come along the other trail and turn right by there. And as you go along this ridge, you can either stay on it and it comes back around itself, or just here now, over these roots, we're going to take a right down the bomb holes. Get ready. Here we go. So the route does carry on. Yell Nats is what they're calling it for there. We say to the pub. A bit rooty, a few bomb holes, a few G-outs, a few vines. But you know what they say, look before you leap. The options, and we've just tried to stop the crossers coming up here, so this drops you onto the lane. So from the back of the Mancloyd you come up this lane, continue up about a quarter mile, and it takes you back to the heads of the trail area where we just were, which is what we call in the knee area. So yeah, nice and rooty, good one to warm up on or finish on. So we're back at the top of the trails. We're going to stay on the left hand side, so there's sort of three routes that come through this initial part. So they both start on this first trail, and then the third one is just there in front of us. So we'll jump these first two. They come out on the bottom fire road. We'll come back up and knock these off and then get on to route one. These are definitely, oh, it's dark in here, definitely rooty, techie trails, which I covered in one of my earlier videos on tech trails. Oh, it's just a bit slippy sloppy today, so it's hard to carry any real speed. Right, so this time we're going to keep left first of all, and the next time we'll take the right one through the canyon drop. Come across the top. In this little bit of woods, all roads kind of lead to Rome. Oh, grazing the elbow. And then at this top corner, this big tree, keep left, come across, and then try and find a nice way down. Again, you got a lot of trails in here crisscrossing each other. There's no right or wrong really. Just come in here and have a play. It depends on conditions as to what's rideable and what's not. I think in the winter we had trouble trying to ride down this one. Right, we're trying to cut across rather than going straight up. No, gone the wrong way. I don't want to go all the way up. I want to cut over there. Come on. You see, these ones a bit tacky, but you can cross and change these paths pretty much as little as you like, and depending on the weather, yeah. Come on. Yeah, if I'm honest, today I wouldn't have ridden this route, power slide, but we're just trying to get it down on the video for you guys so you can see where it is and what it's like. Equally, it's a good test of your slow speed riding. Not going to happen. Whew. Certainly you'll find that there are a lot of trails swap and change with each other. But if I give you the basics, then you guys can work out which bits you want to add or leave. And maybe not get frustrated in trying to find where they all go. It's taken me a couple of years to even remember these routes, and I don't know what all of them are called or if they're even named. But yeah, this internal stuff is good to come up and practice your berms and up. Come up on a hardtail. But we'll just did a log slide then, not intentionally, but you come up here and suddenly, you know, there's another, whoops, that's the only problem up here. You tend to pick up a lot of passengers, and on a day like today, a lot of dead weight with the mud. Yeah, get him out. Let's crack on. And there we go, back out on the fire road. So this one, after we do these 3 internal routes, we'll be coming up here, and then on the left we'll be joining Kessel, so we'll do that in a minute. But all these routes in this part of the forest, these first 3 routes, all come out on this fire road. And this fire road, if you think of the boot shape, it's kind of where the laces are. And then down here we're going to go back down out to the ankle. I'll just do it quickly just to show you where we are, and back up to the knee if you like, and do the next one. And here we are, back up the head of the trails, back at the knee. And okay, this time we're going to go in here. So we've done run 1, Twiglet, run 2 to the pub. That was run 3. So this is going to be run 4, which is canyon drop. Okay, let's get canyon drop. Oh, roll, you haven't got to drop it. You can roll it, but you do have to commit. I think I've referred to it in other videos as a gully drop. So this time starts on the same trail, but kind of keep to the right just here, and then the trail veers off to the right. And then here we got the canyon or gully. You can drop or roll. Once you're in, you're in. And again, as you come in here, there's a few lefts and rights. Doesn't really matter which ones you do, because they all come out on the same fire road. So we go straight across this time. Come around over that log. This time we're just going to go right, and we'll stay right just to come further down the fire road. In the mud, in the slop. Yeah. So one thing with Draethen, surprisingly, given all the trees, it does tend to hold the moisture for quite a while. But in the winter it's lethal and completely different. So we've just come back out on the fire road. This time we're kind of on the shin bone. So the ankle's up there and the knee's back this way. So let's get back up to the knee and we'll do track 3. I'll see you up at the head. Okay, back at the head of the trail, up round by the knee area. We've done these 2, Twiglet to the pub. We've gone in there and done the first 2, across the roots and then canyon. The third one in this area is to the right of this big tree right in front of us. You can just see the trail there. It's the shorter of the 3 and it just pops us out down there on this fire road midway between here and the ankle. So when we finish this route, we've gone on the fire road, turn left at the ankle, and let's get to Kessel. So this one's got a nice interesting off-camber route section which again, test your commitment. And there's 2 options. To the right is the cheat and you'll avoid the roots. To the left is the high line, quicker, more committed route. Well, let's show you that one. So stay up, off camber routes. Yes, up there into your right hander and back out onto the fire road. Again, back up there to the trailhead. Ideally follow straight on here down into the the quarry run, but we're not doing that today. That's going to be in next week's video. We're going to turn left up this fire road to the ankle. We're going to turn left along the bootlaces, and kind of at the end of where the bootlaces finish, where the trail fire road starts going downhill, we're going to pick up a left-hand route, which is the start of Kessel Run. So I'll see you up. It's going to be a bit different. We're now on that fire road, where it gets confusing now. We're kind of along the end of the bootlaces, if you like. We've just come up from down there, from the ankle area, along the bootlaces. We're just about to, as the trail goes downhill and to the left, we're going to take the first route on the left, which will be into Kessel Run. Then we're going to come back up, and a number of routes then start from this area. So on the right, just down there straight ahead, there's a nice techie route I followed before, and then just in here there's a number of routes that go off into this part of the woods and drop you down on the bottom fire road, which we're going to call the sort of ball of the foot, or the heel of the foot, the arch rather of the foot. So let's just pop you on the front, and hopefully with the plan I'm going to attach, it'll kind of all make a bit of sense. It's taken me a couple of years to dial all these routes in, so you know, don't blame me if it's not quite sinking in. So just down here on the left, whoa, straight in. And Kessel's got a bit of everything really, bit of uphill, flat, techie route, a few rocks, a bit of North Shore with a couple of ladder bridges and jumps. Most things you can ride around if you don't want to do them. At the minute it's quite greasy. Another few days of dry and it'll be nice and tacky. So as we come along here, we kind of come through this conifer arch, is how I would describe it. And as we come through here, although this trail continues, we're going to turn right through the water. And we're going to go right. Okay, let's get ourselves back. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Muddy wheels. Whoa, whoops. Oh well. Little branch ain't got cartwheels through the air. Ah. You get your front wheels drifting, your back wheels drifting. Oh, it's good fun, but just can't carry any speed. Through that wrong gear. Let's jump off and push. Always catches me out. There used to be a ladder bridge across here, which was just a bit easier for carrying the speed. Definitely a good day for making sure you're weighting your pedals right. Nice little ladder bridge. This then is a bit of uphill over the roots. Find your right gear. Oh, man, I don't know if I'm just tired from being at Van Road Trails yesterday, doing a bit of pump track work. Oh, my choice of gears is just all wrong. I'm just wondering what these jumps are going to be like. Sometimes a bit mushy on the take-off and landings. So, as we come up here, we're going to have a bit of a crossroads. Oh, a few trees down. Well, the trail used to go in there, so I guess we're going to go around. And this time carry on. Carry on, carry on. Now here you do have a couple of options, and you can ride around the features. And at the end there's three endings to Kessel Run. Straight through the middle, which is what we're going to do first. And there's a tight techie on the right. A few bomb holes, we'll have a go at that. And then on the left I think there's a new little jump line, which I'm not done yet, but we'll have a look. So, here we go. First little ladder drop. Oh, it's a flat. Outside line is fastest for this, but we're not going to do that. The takeoff is just too squirrely. Yuck. But over this log, nice little gap jump to flat. But this way, you don't want your front washing just as you come to the lip. That's not much better. So we'll go around that. Okay, nice little draw, push. So this is where the trail splits. There's a right route, so we'll go straight on. Oh, check the lens in a minute. Here we got the left route, but we'll go straight. Try and ride the rut. Watch your pedals. Oh, looking up, just try and stay in that rut. Guide you all the way down. Plops you, keep to the right. Plops you onto the fire road and we'll go straight across. Okay, so we just pedalled up, we've just come up this route back up to here. Kessel is just there on the left as you go around the bend. We're going straight in now on the right hand side, so at the end of the laces if you like on that boot, right in here, and we're going to go straight across, so you know, right and immediately left. This is one of the techie ones which I covered on the tech trails. Oops. Let's get me lockout off. So this is a nice, keep left, a nice mix of roots, rocks, tight and twisty. It's a good test for weighting the pedals and moving yourself about the bike a bit. If you're comfy on this track, you'll be comfy on anything. Just going a bit quiet a minute, come on. Oh, inside. Just trying to feel for the grip. Nice little keep left, otherwise your ride will end on the short version. Straight up over the roots, carry your speed through there. Same on this little rocky rooty area. Oh, try and stay in the rut. He says confidently. I haven't got the speed now to get over there. That's your challenge, isn't it? Come on, let's push back up and let's do that again. It's all overgrown a bit now. You want to try and stay in the rut, but equally you haven't got much grip. If you come out of it, you're going to lose your front, and if you come out of it, there's a lot of stumps hidden in the grass that you can't see, and you can OTB. So anyway, got to clean this just so we got enough speed to goal post those two trees. Not much better. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, it's quite clayey, this part. I mean, you've basically got all your types of mud in one place in Draethen, and different trails give you different levels of grip. But that bit was definitely clayey, very slimy. Yep. Down here, a bit of a ropey ladder bridge, so you've got to make sure you place your front wheel over it. And back out. On the bottom fire road now, so this is more your ball of your foot. That way leads down to Machen, Rooty going lane. And this way we're going to go up to back to where we just were basically. So we're going to have a ride up and around, and all the routes on the left are the ones now that lead down to Rooty Lane, and typically tend to be the steeper ones, but we're in this bit of woodland on the right, so we're going to go all the way up, back to the ankle, turn right, back up the shoelaces, back to where we just were, to catch another couple of trails. We're back at the top of the end of the laces. We just went down there, left is Kessel, we come back 50 yards and there's a more pronounced trail here on the right. There's a couple of trails that lead in on this area, so the first one we're going to do is into the trail and go left. Now these trails are fairly flat to be honest, but useful because we're going to go left. Useful because they can kind of link up other trails that we're going to cover next week and the week after, such as bommels, garlic, chamfery, which tend to be the longer, steeper trails. So equally you might just want to come up here and have a pedal day or a hardtail day. Come up with your kids, you know, these are great trails for them. But once you know where you're going, you can start linking them in and creating longer trails for yourselves. And if we could go straight on into chamfery and garlic, but we're not doing that today. So again, we dropped out on the bottom fire road, the sort of arch area, which we're going to cover in part 3. But we're going to go back around now, basically back up to where we just were, and do those trails on the right. Okay, we're back at the start again, back on the laces. This time we're going to go right and sharp right, and then let's just check we're out here. We're locked in. Well, not locked up. As you go through here, then there's a couple of trails leading off. So we'll take the left hand one now, and the next one we'll go straight on. So as you come down here, as speed as you like, and there's your left hand trail. Again, another one that's pretty flat, crosses a little uplift path. Oh, quite a few branches down on this one, a little less traffic on it. And carry speed on the bends. A few options of lefts and rights, all kind of lead to the same place. It is good fun blasting through. And then this one lead us in. Again, these are straight into what I believe are 780s. Okay, last one. Let's go back up. Let's go back up and have a look at the last one that kind of runs parallel down with the fire road really, and drops us out further down here. So catch you back. Okay, so we're back up the top start area by the top of the shoelaces, if you like. We've done Kessel, which is just on the left. We've done the techie one straight on. We've done the one here in and on the left. We've done the one in on the right, and then you go left. This time we're going to come in on the right and stay right and just follow it all the way back down parallel with this fire road really. So let's see if we can carry a bit of speed through. Tends to be a nice flowy fast one when the weather's on our side. Give it a go. Bit of drifting will be going on, I think. Come down here in the winter and lost the front a few times, so we didn't go left. We're going to carry straight on. And I want to go post that. And this. Bumping through. Apologies if there's any muck on the lens, but there's a few ruts here. Kind of sends you a bit, and you can go on to the left. If you're carrying speed, you can just go up over that mound. Not going to happen today. A few of us have lost our front tyres over the roots there, and we're going to go left. And this drops us back out on the fire road, and from here you could drop into Carlin by there, and this is what we're calling the ankle. So the main car park was back up there, and the heads of the trail to the knee area and the first two trails, and then carry on left down to the car park. Most of what we've done today has been in these trees and these trees. This is the middle fire road, or the shoelaces, bootlaces, that will go up there to the main other trails, and a couple of them would drop down this area, which is kind of the sole, the arch, or the ball of your foot. So we've been looking at that this week. Next week we're going to concentrate on the trails on this side. Part 2, they're all the trails that lead down to Draethen, the Draethen Hill in the village, and then part 3 are going to be all these trails this side on the right, which typically lead down to Rooty Lane, and they tend to be the steeper ones. So thanks again for joining me today on our kind of a locals guide to what we call along here woods, Draethen Woods. There's a few things we're calling it, but it's a great ride, great area. Typically wouldn't do all the trails in one day, but we do a trail from each of these sort of 3 locations really to mix it up. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll put down in the description a lot of the links in the area to the pub in Draethen, the Man Lloyd. Down in Machen you've got a co-op, a spa. There's lots of facilities in the area. If you come for the day, you can ride in or drive in. You can link it to my other areas of Man Lloyd, Caerphilly Ridge, Forest Fowl, the Warren, etc. So all these lasting trails are kind of a locals guide too. So I'm rambling on. It's been a good day in the sun. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up. Great if you share, awesome if you subscribe, support the channel. Let's keep growing it, and I look forward to doing some more locals guide 2 in blasting at. Certainly now it looks as if the trail centres are going to start opening up, so we can get back to Mynydd, to Avon, to Bike Park Wales, Mountain View Bike Park, and start looking at the different trails over there. So anyway, thank you very much, happy days, keep riding those blue sky trails.